Worthing 10K. Let's go!
Worthing 10K 2024 is a story of how I traded this medal, Worthing 2023, at a time of 50 minutes 1 second, to this medal with a new course PB. Let's talk. My name is Aubrey, I'm a runner and I'm good with being me. Welcome to yet another race vlog. Just to recap, Worthing 10K, last year the goal was to get my first ever sub 50 10K and I failed, but only came in at 50 minutes and 1 second. So I was going in redemption. I didn't want to tell myself that's what the goal was, I just wanted to run. And so, let's get on with the vlog and show you how it went. Yeah, so when we got here, the mile run, so there's a family run, you get little people running. I love this touch about Worthing 10K, where you got families, parents running with their kids. Just an amazing thing to see. But anyway, heading to the start line, gonna get changed and get ready.
Okay.
Across the start line.
Here we go. Worthing 10K.
Finish line. So you
Showtime. Worthing 10K. Let's continue. Yo, 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 yo. Okay, 1K in, 4:54. Not bad. Let's keep it.
Okay, so we're 1K in. Let me pause the video here and talk about the race kit. Now, it's not really a showing off, look at what I've got kind of section, but you might find this to be useful. Let me explain what I chose and why. Let me start with the shoes. These are Adidas Pro 3s. I fully trust these shoes and I wanted to see what I can give. If I decided to give my all, let's see what these shoes would give back to me. The next thing are these tights. Now, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Let me just be honest. Apparently, there are some performance benefits in these lines that you see. It's not why I chose them. I just think they look cool. So I thought, hey, I'll go with those. But the top is absolutely intentional. Highly breathable, lightweight, high performance, because it's gonna be a hot day. And then let me touch on, wait, let me show you this. Standard. This is now part of the race kit. The guys at Oakley were kind enough to give me these. I'm not doing any races without any shades on, because these, you know that saying that you have to look good to feel good, therefore you run good? These definitely are worth like 20 seconds off your PB. I promise you.
Okay, 2K in, 4:53. Let's keep it. Let's see how long we can hold on to this pace for. Well, let's hold on to it. Let's go. Okay, 3K in, 4:55. We're doing good. We're doing good. Let's just hold it.
3K in. Let me pause this for something very important, and that's family. My family were here with me. We drove together. It was a whole different atmosphere. Quite stressful, actually, to get out of the door, because it's not just me. It's not my usual routine. But you get there, and I saw them. I saw them at the start line. I saw them when I was finishing. And after the race, we spent time at the beach. And that's very new to me, but it was so precious. So precious. Getting to see my son play in the water after the run, getting to see my daughter, and I took time to just spend time with both of them. It wasn't for long, but it was worth it. That is an unusual post-race feeling for me, and I absolutely loved it.
Water on the left, guys, on the right.
Across the halfway. 5K, just under 25 minutes. Not bad. It's getting tough though. Let's go.
Okay, we are halfway in. I wanted to address this point there. I don't like being petty. There's some comments on my YouTube I ignore, but this one I just couldn't. Just take a second to read it. If this was true, why on earth, and I looked, you guys on YouTube and on Instagram have only seen about 5% of my running. Why is that the case if this is what all I'm doing it for? Why am I steady improving as a runner if all I'm doing was YouTubing it? Why am I still going, coming up to 2 years now? Why are people commenting on my channel, look, there, and why is it that I'm meeting all these people that say, Aubrey, keep doing what you're doing. You're encouraging people that are just starting out. So look, normally I would ignore comments like this. I would, because it's not worth my time. But this one, I needed to. I read a saying that says lions don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. But once in a while, the lion has to roar to remind the sheep who he is. And I'm also thankful for comments like this because these comments, probably more than the kind and compliments and the encouragement I get off the channel, it's these comments that will probably keep me going longer. And it's for comments like you, I'll come back and even beat this time next year. Come back 10 years while I'm still running. Let's see if this comment still holds true. Back to the race.
Let's go. 6K at 4:55. We got this. Let's go.
7K in. Let me take you back to Worthing 10K 2023. At the 7K mark, I stopped and I struggled. I hit a wall, it's very tangible, and I just had nothing to give. There was a guy who I met at that point who encouraged me and said, Aubrey, I watch what you do. Come on. I know what your goal is. Come on. Back to 2024, this guy. He ran into me and said, hey, you don't have any music on today. You didn't bring Burner Boy. And I laughed. I realized at that point that he was familiar, or I was familiar to him. Afterwards, he sent me this picture. I want to assure you, if this guy hadn't mentioned what he said, and he hit me because it was the same place as last time, I decided I'm going to pick it up. And so I did. I absolutely picked it up. And I realized this was the time where I could decide what the ending of this vlog will be. And so, gave it some. We're at the 9K mark. Actually, let me take you back to 2023 and tell you what I said this time last year at the same place.
All right, 9K. We've got 1K to go. This is where it counts. Everything else was leading up to this point. Let's go. 1K. We're chasing sub 50. Let's go. Let's go.
So come 2024, wasn't gonna be any different.
We got 1K to go. No heroics, just good running. Pace all the way through. Let's go. Strong finish.
You see the 9K mark, and there's I wanna say about 500 meters until you leave the road to then go into the walkway just by the coast, by the beach, by the pier. And at that point, it says you got 500 meters left. But if you gave this race everything you had, you must remember that you've just ran 9.5K to bring you to this point.
The last 500 meters. Let's go. Let's get the crowd loud. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
slightly to the side. Well done.
Let's go.
Coming through. Well done. Another
Let's go.
Veterans runner coming through.
Crossed the line, and I've clocked a time of 49.33. I'm proud of that. Because of that, I had to get myself one of these. A new Groot. For those that don't know, it's a tradition. If I get a time that I'm proud of on a run, get myself a new Groot, add to the collection. And my son and I, we collect these. So let me show you this guy up close. There you go. Okay, so let's break down everything with stats. This is the part I love of the video. Well done if you've made it this far, but I want to break down some stats with you to kind of bring to light why this run was special. Bang. These are my top 10 10K running efforts. Starting from the fastest 10K I've ever done all the way down, top 10. So today's run fits at number 3. It's my third fastest 10K. I can assure you that at this point in the season, in the year, this is very good. The number 1 time I did that before the severity levels of my spine injury, I was in a good trajectory, but I'm good and I'm happy to report I'm not feeling that. So I know as we go into the year, that time is coming down. All right, let's talk about Worthing 10K this time versus last time. Let's break down the stats. And this to me is a clear demonstration of being a better runner now than I was last year. In some aspects I'm not, in some I am. But because I'm doing marathon training, that threshold tempo, my base is much better now than it ever was. Let me show you what I mean. Let's talk about the pacing of this run. This is the chart from today's run in 2024, right? You can see that's quite steady. The goal was 5 minute per K pace throughout. This is 2023. You can see there's peaks, there's troughs, and it was a tough run last time. It's not as well paced. So when you look at the average paces, they'll be quite misleading or not quite representative of these two runs because they're only 2 seconds apart, I want to say. That is a much better runner. Second, let's talk about heart rate. Same point. Ignore the averages. I will speak to the averages when we talk to cadence and all those kind of things. But for heart rate, watch that. You're going to see that it's quite steady up until the end, the last 2Ks, last 3Ks. Last time it wasn't like that. Bang. Approaching 5K. Focus on that peak here on 2023. But approaching that 5K, I just struggled. That is a much better runner. And so I'm quite proud, I'm quite happy with that. So we're gonna go into the marathon training trying to get better at dealing with this heart rate. That way when we're doing 10Ks, at that heart rate, I can go faster. And that's how you get better as a runner. The next thing is cadence. Now, whilst there isn't too much difference here, this is the one time I'm gonna speak to the average. The cadence is the one thing I will always speak to in averages, because the 10K is one steady pace. A higher cadence for me means efficiency. So when you look at 2024, there, an average of 171, I wanna say, steps per minute versus 2023, 169. Now that's not a big difference. However, with it being similar paces, as soon as you start doing that, you get a bit more efficient as a runner. And that is a stat I'm proud of.
Let's go. One of the pleasures of these events, you get to meet people that have been watching either YouTube or Instagram. This is David. David, what was the goal?
Just to sub 50 or finish.
Okay. And what happened?
Sub 50.
There you go. What's your name, sorry?
That's Chris.
Chris. Chris, 48. Yeah, and some change.
Yeah, no way.
That's good running. Hey, so you know when you start a YouTube channel, and then you see people that have been doing it, the kind of shape what you do, right? I found him. Right. So anyone who's watched this guy, comments below. We need to get this guy back in. Channels that are less active now that need to get back to doing it.
Well, it's hard to keep up with you guys. We all your good editing and stuff like that.
No, not at all, not at all. In other words, let's get this giant back to it.
It's not about Jai.
No, it has to be. It has to be.
Lastly, this guy. This is Gavin. Him and his team invited me to this run, and I have to tell you, they do an amazing job of putting together an effective, efficient, family-friendly event. I just want to say thank you for making me part of that, allowing me to have this time as a runner as well as with my family. Lastly, you. Thank you very much for supporting me. It's not a requirement. You don't have to. You don't have to watch these videos. You don't have to comment. You don't have to defend me when other people in the comments are maybe expressing adverse views. Everyone is entitled to an opinion, and I encourage everyone to share any opinion about my channel. I just want to say a particular thank you for those that are in my corner. It means a lot. I want to express it, just explicitly express that to you, because I don't take your support lightly, especially when it's not a requirement. So any single person that supports me, I truly am grateful. Thank you.